Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a real ghost story that just happened in Thailand last year. The story is titled The Ghost Footprint. Let's get right into the story. This scary ghost story just happened at the end of July 2024 in the province of Rayong, Thailand. There was a man, Uncle Rot, who died in an accident. But Uncle Rot wasn't from Rayong, he was from Samut Sakhon province. So after the accident, he was rushed to the hospital. But the doctors couldn't save him, and he passed away. After he died, his body was sent directly to his hometown, Samut Sakhon, for the funeral, instead of being taken back to his house in Rayong. Because of this, the neighbors living next to Uncle Rot's house didn't even know he had died. Now let's talk about one of Uncle Rot's neighbors, Uncle Pirapat. Uncle Pirapat ran a small convenience store in front of his house, while Uncle Rot was a fisherman. Whenever Uncle Rot came back from fishing, he would always go to Uncle Pirapat's house to drink, since they were good friends. A day before the incident, Uncle Rot went fishing as usual. When he came back, he went to Uncle Pirapat's house to drink, just like always. While they were drinking, he told Uncle Pirapat that one day, when he catches 100 kilograms of fish, he would buy him a nice present. After saying that, they finished their drinks, and Uncle Rot went home. The next morning, Uncle Rot went out to sea again. But Uncle Pirapat said that on that morning, Uncle Rot seemed quiet, lethargic, and didn't have much energy. He also didn't talk much. But Uncle Pirapat didn't think much of it. He just thought Uncle Rot wasn't feeling well. That evening, when Uncle Rot returned from fishing, he didn't stop by for a drink. Then a shocking thing happened. A little while later, Uncle Rot's wife screamed from inside their house because her husband had collapsed in the bathroom. He hit his head on the edge of the sink, causing a lot of bleeding. A moment later, the ambulance arrived and took Uncle Rot to the hospital. His wife and children went with him. Because of all this, none of the neighbors knew if Uncle Rot was still alive or not. When they got to the hospital, Uncle Rot passed away. Afterward, his body was sent to his hometown in Samut Sakhon for the funeral. In Thailand, people usually hold funerals for many days, sometimes 3 days and sometimes even 7 days in a row. That's why none of Uncle Rot's family members came back to the house in Rayong. Now let's go back to Uncle Pirapat. On the 7th night of the funeral, which was also the night of Uncle Rot's cremation, something strange happened. Early in the morning, when Uncle Pirapat opened his store, he saw a lot of footprints in front of his store. He followed them and found that they started from Uncle Rot's house. The strange thing was that the footprints stopped right in front of Uncle Pirapat's store. When he looked closer, he saw that they were muddy footprints. Even stranger, when he took some water to wash them away, they disappeared. But when the ground dried up, the footprints came back again. He tried to wash them away again. They disappeared, but they came back again when it dried. The footprints only disappeared completely when there was a heavy rain. 2 days later, Uncle Rot's wife came back to the house in Rayong. She then told all the neighbors the sad news. That's when Uncle Pirapat realized that the footprints he saw in front of his house were definitely Uncle Rot's footprints. Maybe he came to say goodbye to Uncle Pirapat one last time. Or maybe his spirit was not at peace, because he hadn't fulfilled his promise to buy him a present. Just so you know, there was a security camera in front of Uncle Pirapat's house, so he opened the video to see for sure who made the footprints on the street. Uncle Pirapat spent almost the whole day watching the security camera footage, paying attention to every second of it. But the strange thing was that he didn't see anything at all. No one walked past his store. But he did notice a strange thing that happened at 2:30 in the morning. At that time, the light in front of his house flickered many times, just like in a ghost movie. That's how he became sure that during that time, a ghost was walking in front of his house. And he guessed it was the ghost of his neighbor, Uncle Rot. Well, that's it. Thanks for spending your time listening to this spooky story. I'll see you all in the next video.